Welcome to Dog Planet Central. Today, we're exploring the incredible survival differences between Arctic dogs, like our friend here in the snow.
While these environments are polar opposites, both the Arctic Husky and the desert-adapted hound survive by expertly balancing heat gain and heat loss.
Insulation versus ventilation. The Husky's double coat traps warmth in the frost, while the Ridgeback's short coat helps dissipate heat in the desert sun.
The Arctic dog's dense undercoat traps warm air for insulation, while the desert dog's lighter coat helps shed heat through dissipation.
Notice how the Arctic dog's compact ears and thick fur conserve heat, while the desert dog's large ears and exposed areas help release it.
While the Malamute curls its thick tail to conserve heat in the frigid air, the Greyhound seeks vital refuge in
temperatures. Arctic dogs possess dense fur between their toes, providing insulation against the ice. In contrast, desert ones. The deep powder creates significant snow drag, requiring specialized paws to conserve energy.
While the Husky's breath forms frost to conserve warmth, the desert dog sheds heat rapidly through evaporative panting.
The Arctic dog's metabolism supports sustained work in the cold, while the desert-adapted dog's activity shifts to cooler hours. The extreme wind chill in the Arctic threatens hypothermia, contrasted with the desert heat where heat stroke is a constant risk.
While the Arctic coat actively sheds snow to maintain insulation, the desert coat reflects the intense solar radiation.
Two worlds, two extremes. Here, water is locked in ice. There, it is oppression.
The Arctic dog loses less water panting in the cold. The desert dog must carefully manage water loss, facing a high risk.
The Arctic dog conserves moisture, its breath condensing in the cold air. The desert dog pants rapidly, using evaporation.
Steppers. In extreme temperatures, animals adapt unique shelter behaviors. The Husky digs into the snow for insulation.
The Arctic dog's small ears reduce frostbite risk. Conversely, the desert dog's larger ears help cool.
The Arctic dog conserves heat by curling its thick tail around its body, while the desert dog releases heat by stretching out and exposing its belly.
The contrasting fur illustrates a defining survival difference. A thick, layered undercoat provides insulation in the Arctic.
Endurance scheduling varies dramatically depending on temperature. In the cold, sustained trotting is possible, but in the heat.
In the Arctic, the risk is hypothermia and frostbite. Simultaneously, the desert heat threatens overheating and dehydration.
Arctic dogs possess thick coats with oils that shed snow crystals, while desert dogs have sleek fur that effectively repels sand.
From the searing heat of the desert to the freezing winds of the Arctic, finding the right microclimate is crucial for survival.
In the Arctic, intense glare is the enemy, but in the desert, survival means protecting the eyes from the sun and the constant assault of wind and sand.
These simple behaviors reduce heat loss in the cold and improve comfort in the heat. The Arctic dog's stockier build conserves heat, while the desert dog's lean frame improves cooling, illustrating
An Arctic dog retains heat and works steadily in cold, while a desert-adapted dog sheds heat, conserves water, and moves smart in extreme sun.
While the Arctic cold demands more calories for survival, the heat demands efficiency.
An Arctic dog coat traps air pockets, while a desert-adapted coat allows airflow. Shaving an Arctic dog can harm temperature regulators. This heat map shows why the Husky struggles at dawn here. But in the Arctic, they use the midday sun to their advantage.
While the Husky's thick fur insulates against the cold, the desert hound's leaner joints are optimized for cooling under the scorching sun. Their paws tell a story of adaptation. One navigates the scorching desert heat with ease, while the other finds purchase on the slickest ice. The Arctic Husky minimizes heat loss to the ice through specialized circulation in its paws. Conversely, the desert fox.
While the Arctic dog relies on thick fur insulation against the snow, the desert-adapted dog uses thin belly fur to transfer heat to the cool ground.
From coat management in the freezing snow to seeking airflow on a sun-baked desert ridge, these dogs show remarkable adaptation to their environments. Comparing respiratory strategies, panting cools the desert dog, while the Arctic dog warms the inhaled air, conserving heat in the extreme cold.
While the Arctic wind steals vision, instinct guides the paw. Yet the desert's haze presents a different challenge.
Fat reserves provide insulation for the Arctic dog, while the desert-adapted dog stays lean to reduce overheating.
In the trade-off between energy storage and cooling, we see distinct coat physics. The Arctic dog prioritizes water.
Sleeping posture is critical for survival. The husky curls to conserve warmth, while the desert dog stretches out to release excess heat into the cooler ground.
Scent persistence varies greatly. In the cold snow, a trail can linger for days. In the dry desert air,
while the husky's fur collects insulating frost, the desert greyhound must frequently shake its coat, a vital grooming behavior.
Heat exchange strategies vary dramatically. The Arctic dog conserves water by minimizing heat loss, while the desert.
The husky's continuous pacing is ideal for the cold, snowy expanse. But in the searing heat below,
while the Arctic dog's thick eyebrows and dense fur reduce frost exposure, the desert-adapted dog's shorter facial fur helps reduce heat trapping. Survival in the extreme cold required thick coats and the strength to pull sleds. Survival in the searing heat demanded lean bodies and keen senses for guarding. The Arctic dog's dense fur and musculature provide vital insulation, whereas the desert dog's lean body shape is optimized for heat dumping. While the Arctic thaw presents the danger of wet cold, the desert environment risks lethal peak summer heat. Adaptation is key to survival.
Thermoregulation. Arctic dogs use insulation and steady work. Desert dogs rely on shade.
The true test lies in particle protection. While the husky contends with fine snow crystals, the desert dog must withstand.
Whether facing howling Arctic winds or abrasive desert dust, these dogs employ similar behaviors to protect their eyes.
While the Arctic dog relies on sharp claws for grip on the ice, the desert specialist utilizes wide paws and a steady.
An Arctic dog keeps heat in and powers through cold. A desert dog dumps heat, saves water, and chooses the right time and shade to move.
The same dog body plan splits into two climate solutions.
While the Arctic dog recovers by warming up and shaking off snow, the desert dog focuses on rehydrating and resting in the shade. While the desert dog's sleek coat sheds sand, the Arctic breed's dense fur uses natural oils to repel water, keeping the insulating layer dry.
Safe temperature zones define where these animals thrive. The Arctic dog's comfort shifts colder, while the desert dog's shifts warmer.
These extreme environments reward movement precisely when temperatures moderate at twilight, allowing these specialized hunters to thrive.
Environmental cues signal danger. Ice buildup warns of freezing temperatures, while rising radiant heat indicates deadly warmth.
Whether facing extreme cold or searing heat, the survival logic remains the same. Seek microclimates that protect the body.
The husky's paws are adapted for ice, vulnerable to cuts, while the desert dog's pads resist extreme heat, risking painful burns.
Survival isn't just biology. It's learned behavior and experience.
Survival in extreme environments comes down to energy economics. High caloric intake for the Arctic dog versus efficient cooling mechanisms for the desert specialist.
from shedding ice to maintain insulation in the cold, to clearing sand for heat comfort in the desert, grooming is key to survival.
The Arctic dog's thick coat provides vital insulation. Conversely, the desert dog's sleek coat is built for ventilation.
While one thrives in the bitter cold, the other finds solace in the searing heat. Comfort, it seems, is simply a
mentions. Whether crossing the frozen Arctic or the searing desert, human partnership with specialized dog breeds enabled survival.
Nighttime coolness benefits desert-adapted dogs, while Arctic dogs remain built for cold at any hour.
The Arctic dog digs deep, utilizing ground scent persistence, while the desert dog sniffs the wind, relying on In the Arctic, deep breaths are protected by thick fur. In the desert, rapid panting is essential for survival.
Intelligence matters. Choosing when to move can be far more important than strength.
Whether it's the risk of slipping on hidden ice or the struggle of sinking into deep sand, these dogs quickly adapt to the extreme terrain.
While the husky fluffs its coat to insulate against the cold, the desert dog lifts its paws to avoid the intense heat of the sand.
Here, in the crucible of the extremes, we witness the beauty of survival. Specialization is not just— While the Arctic dog drinks often without shortage, the desert-adapted dog conserves carefully. Hydration is the ultimate survival divider here.
Microcooling, seeking airflow in heat versus blocking wind in cold.
From the thick coat of the Arctic traveler to the sleek fur of the desert runner, a dog's survival hinges on its specialized full-body system.
These are opposite worlds, and the dogs are perfectly tuned for them.
Survival differences come down to heat management, water economy, and behavior.
Survival is specialization. Two canine designs solving opposite climate problems with elegance.